In a quiet town in the UK stands a house so terrifying. It's known as Britain's most haunted house. Its last owner was attacked by unseen forces and fled in the middle of the night. For 12 long years, the house sat on the market, but no one dared to buy it. People don't buy this house because something inside it refuses to let anyone stay. This building isn't just an old house. It's a 16th century medieval witch prison known as the Cage. For centuries, this is small. Dark space was used to imprison and torture dozens of women accused of witchcraft before they were sent to their deaths. Historians have documented multiple deaths within these very walls. If you look closely, you can still see the iron shackles bolted to the stonework, a grim reminder of the suffering that took place here. The locals have always whispered that the tormented spirits of those imprisoned never truly left. They say the walls absorb their pain, and the house itself holds their anger. Fast forward to the modern day. A woman, seeking a fresh start, buys the old house, completely unaware of its horrifying history. From the very first night she moves in, strange things begin to happen. Doors slam shut on their own, even with the windows closed. She hears heavy, deliberate footsteps walking up and down the stairs when she's the only one home. At night, just as she's about to fall asleep, she hears a faint, cold whisper calling her name. At first, she dismisses it all. She tells herself it's just her imagination, the creaks and groans of an old building settling. She couldn't have been more wrong. The house was just getting started. One night, the strange occurrences turned violent. She woke up with an unsettling feeling, a chilling certainty that someone was standing at the foot of her bed, watching her. She saw nothing, but the air was heavy and cold. The next morning, she discovered 3 deep, painful scratches running down her back, as if she'd been clawed. Terrified, she set up a small CCTV camera to see what was happening. The footage was shocking. It captured a dark, formless shadow moving swiftly across the room when no one was there. Soon after, the activity escalated. Items began to fly off shelves, crashing to the floor. Light bulbs would flicker violently before exploding, showering the room in glass. Desperate, she called a local priest, begging him to come and bless the house. His response sent a shiver down her spine. He refused to even step on the property, simply saying, "That house is not safe. I will not go in there." The attacks grew more frequent and more personal. The owner started waking up in the middle of the night, gasping for air, feeling as if invisible hands were wrapped around her throat, choking her. One evening, she saw at the dark, towering shadow of a man in old prisoner's clothes, standing silently in the corner of her room before vanishing. Her terror was no longer confined within the walls. Neighbors started calling the police after hearing blood-curdling screams coming from the house in the dead of night. Friends who came to visit would leave abruptly, pale and shaken, swearing they saw figures or heard disembodied voices. Soon, no one would agree to visit her. Her friends refused to even enter the front door, leaving her completely isolated with whatever was inside. Then came the final night, the night that broke her completely. The owner was asleep in her bed when a loud, metallic scraping sound jolted her awake. It was the distinct sound of heavy iron chains being dragged across the wooden floorboards downstairs. Frozen with fear, she peered out of her bedroom door and saw a tall, dark figure standing at the end of the hallway, its form blocking out the dim moonlight from the window. She slammed the door shut, her heart pounding. Her phone, which she had started using to record audio at night, captured everything: the faint, dragging sound, followed by heavy, raspy breathing right outside her bedroom door, and then 3 slow, deliberate knocks. That was Italiano. She grabbed her young daughter, ran past the horrifying presence in the hall, and fled the house at 3 a.m. into the cold night. She never went back, leaving all her possessions behind. She left the house and its horrors forever. Today, the cage remains empty, feared by everyone in the town. It has become a dark landmark, a place for ghost hunters and urban explorers brave enough to step inside. Their reports are all chillingly consistent. Many have captured photos of what looked like 2 glowing red eyes peering out from the darkness of a corridor. Others have seen the clear silhouette of a person standing in an upstairs window, only for it to vanish when they look again. Inside, people report hearing the faint sounds of a woman crying, her sobs echoing through the empty rooms. The temperature plummets in certain areas, creating intense cold spots that will chill you to the bone. The locals still warn everyone to stay away. They say no one can stay inside that house alone, not even for 10 minutes. Some say the tortured souls of the witches still roam inside the cage, and whoever enters becomes a part of their story. If you want more real horror cases like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because the shadows here never sleep.